Hi everyone, welcome to my channel M2K tutorial. This is third part of our JavaScript basics series. So if you haven't watched our previous videos yet, please click on I icon on right and watch other videos of this series as well. So today we're going to talk about syntaxes in JavaScript. In this video we will get to know general syntax of JavaScript, and after completing this tutorial you should be familiar with JavaScript coding style and what to do and what not while writing code in context of JavaScript syntaxes. So watch this video till the end, and now let's get into it. Okay guys, so in this one we again gonna go over previous example. Okay, so here in our previous tutorial we have created this index.html page, and then we created one external JavaScript file. Okay, so so let me open this one in notepad like we told in our previous video. So open this one and let me a little bit increase this font so that you guys are able to see clearly. Okay, so as you know earlier what was happening here, we created one method change inner HTML, and then we written some JavaScript code to changing the inner HTML of paragraph tag. Okay, so our first relation, our first thing here which we gonna talk about is variable. Okay, so in JavaScript we have this variable, we call it variable. So if you remember in your math class, right, you had some variable, you declare some variable like x, y, z, x have this value and y have this value. So those variables was holding some values, some data. Okay, same wise here in JavaScript we also have this variable, and the keyword is where to hold the data. Okay, so if I write this like where a equal to 10, so what does it mean? That a is a variable. Okay, is a variable which is holding value 10. Okay, now to show you guys, I'm just to show you how we can access this value or variable. We can we can for the output we can write this document dot write. Okay, and this will write in our HTML value of a. Okay, don't worry about the document dot write yet. So this is just to you to understand that this where is a keyword which is to define some variables. Like here I am defining this a variable, and so after defining this variable a, I can assign some value to it. Okay, let me save it. So control S again, as I told you in our previous tutorial, then open it in Google Chrome, our index.html. Okay, and now if you see if this Google in the Google Chrome, you will see that this variable, if after clicking on it, I was calling this function, right? So if I will click on this click me, now I can see this 10 is written here. Okay, so what is happened here, this variable we have defined, and then we assigned this variable value, and then we displayed in our HTML. Okay, so this is all about this very basic thing, that how you declare one variable. You will get to know more use of it. Okay, so this is the starting of our JavaScript. So you are seeing that, okay, this is now you are seeing that this is we can store this variable a, right? And same wise we can also declare some multiple variable here. So we can declare variable b and let it assign is 20. Okay, so also there is another way to define variables. Like if you are want to define multiple variables, you can define like this, then comma, like this as well. Okay, so like this you can also define a variable like this in one line. Okay, but you need to put this comma in between them. Okay, so I can delete this one just to show you guys. Okay, let me write one another document dot write. Okay, and let me print value of p. Okay, and now let's go and click on it. Okay, 10 10, why this happened? Okay, we assigned this 10. Okay, so you can assign it to 20, and now we should be able to see. Okay, so now 10 and 20 you can define also like this as well. You only define one where, and then you can define multiple comma comma comma. Okay, so this one is like basic example how you define a variable in JavaScript. Okay, the next thing I want to go here, the JavaScript is a case sensitive scripting language. So when I'm saying case sensitive, it means if I am defining where a in small, and if I will define in capital, okay, let me assign it to 30. So both things are different. Okay, both things are different. So instead of b, let me print a here. Okay, and then go refresh, click me, see here we both places we written small a and capital A, but you know that the value is different because small a and capital A is not same, they are different variables. So JavaScript is case sensitive, you guys to remember that. Okay, so you can't make this type of mistake in JavaScript that you are defining the same name of the variables, just you are changing this case. You are writing, you are trying to print some value of one variable, and you're just writing your variable as capital A, somewhere between you are making it upper or lower case, then it will not work. Okay, you have to write the same case which you have assigned your variables value. You need to write the same thing to get that access. Okay, so this is about the case sensitive. This is our second point. This JavaScript is case sensitive. First thing we learn about the variable, second thing we learn about that JavaScript is case sensitive. The third thing is this semicolon. Okay, so you need to put semicolon. So what semicolon is used for? Semicolon is used for to make the interpreter is like the code which will be running this your JavaScript, compiling everything, and that will understand that what you have written and how to render in web page. So that interpreter should know that where your sentence is ending. This is good practice, although in JavaScript this is not necessary. Okay, you can remove this semicolon, and still let me save it and go here, refresh it, and still you are able to see this page. Okay, everything is working fine, but from good practice you always have to use semicolon. This is considered as a good practice, because in all other languages like Java or C Sharp, everywhere if you don't put this semicolon your code will break, but JavaScript provide you this flexibility to that if you don't add it still it work, but it is good habit to put it there. Okay, so let me go in like third part here, so which is white spaces. Okay, so in JavaScript here you can see I didn't put any space, but here I have put some space. Okay, although I put some spaces here but not here, but still is working same. Okay, there is no issue. So you can put some spaces, okay, like this. I am putting here also. This doesn't make any issue in JavaScript. Okay, some language can give you some issue, but still here in JavaScript this will not give any issue. So you don't have any problem if you put some spaces here. Okay, so no problem with the spaces in JavaScript. So you can put spaces, and if you find some spaces here and you think that okay, this is something wrong in JavaScript, that is not wrong. It's all is fine, but from good perspective, good practice perspective, there is one basic understanding that you should put some one space at least before and after the operators. Okay, so this is little bit clear and readable code. Okay, so remember that to put that, but it is not necessary, and you can also put multiple spaces, still your JavaScript will be reading this. Okay, but let me put a space here, and let me see whether it will break or not. Okay, still it's working. Okay, so no issue there as well. So here I was accessing some method, but still we can put that white space and there will be no issue. There is also, we can do one thing. Let's say we are writing one code and it's got long, and in like in good practice perspective, it's saying that one line should not exceed more than 80 characters. Okay, so when I'm saying characters, so it will be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, including space 11. So okay, so there should not exceed more than 80 characters. So let's say when you are writing code and somehow you exceeding that 80 character, so you can also break your line like this. Okay, you can break your line, and let me save it, and still your JavaScript will work. Okay, no issue there also. So you can also break your lines. If your line exceeding 80 or something, whatever the standard you have set for your project, and it's breaking that, then you also break this line as well, and it will not give you any issue. So remember that one. Okay, but yeah, so but for readability perspective, people say that you should have your operator with it, so that it looks good that what you are writing. Okay, so but breaking line will not have any effect on JavaScript, it will be still work. Okay, okay, so this one these three so what we have learned till now, we learned that what is variable and why we use it. The case sensitive JavaScript is case sensitive. We need to put semicolon for good practice, although it's not very important. We can put some white spaces, JavaScript will not break. We can also put some line break, it is still not break. And the last thing I want you to understand, let's say and you are writing code and you don't want to execute this line. Okay, this document dot write. Okay, let's say you don't want to execute this line. Okay, so you can put double forward slash like this, and voila, your code will not be executed for that line. This is called comment syntax. Okay, so this is one way to comment your line. Okay, so let me go refresh it, click, and now see it, there is only one value is printing, which is for the B, that is 20. So this line is not executing now. Okay, so this is the one way to comment one line. You can also block multiple line as well. So let me do that. There is, then for that one you need to put this, means like forward slash then asterisk, and whenever where you want to close it, let's say I want to close, I don't want to execute this line and this line, so you want to put here one asterisk and then again forward slash. Okay, so this will block these two lines. Control S, save this and run in browser. Okay, refresh it, click me, and voila, miss, there is no values printing now. So what is happened here, these two lines gets broken. but you can also use this block comment to block only one line also. We can put like this. Although the earlier example which I have given, that double forward slash is easy one, but using this one you can also block one line only. Control S, go on browser, refresh it, click, and you see the same thing happened, that this line is not getting executed. Okay, so these were the basic syntaxes and basic understanding that how your JavaScript code look like, and you also get to know that what is comments, how you can put comment in your JavaScript code. Okay, so yeah, so this is it guys. Okay, so in our next video we're gonna talk about the data types in JavaScript. Okay, so guys, please post your question in comment section and I will try to reply as many of them as I can. Okay, thanks for watching. Click on the like button if you find this video useful and subscribe to the channel for more such videos. Happy coding.